Streamers beware! You're in for a scare. Hello and goodbye. Hello and welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. The title is not... People keep saying that the title is clickbait, but the title is, in fact, not clickbait. The title is, in fact, completely correct. You could tell because I'm wearing my black lab coat today, which is basically the same as the white one, except it's less damaged and it's fireproof. I should say fire resistant. I'm sure if you, like, threw it in a kiln, it'd burn. Oh, check out, by the way, I found the Crazy Horse Frog. I paid a good 50 bucks for this fucking thing, so you better believe that I'm keeping it. It's going on the shelf. It's maybe like the one memorabilia I brought back from that entire road trip. Oi, oi. I have to wear fire-resistant clothing on site every day. Ain't that just the way? We're building what I believe is called a thermal lance. And I say I believe it's called that because someone in chat mentioned it. Someone in chat... Okay, so, let me give you a little background of what the premise for today was. Because someone in chat was like, you should make a thermal lance. And I was like, haha, that's cool. I don't think I've heard of it before. And then I Googled thermal lance. And I looked it up on Wikipedia to see what it was. And it was like, yeah. It's a thing that typically you put iron rods in and you blast oxygen through it. And when you're hyper-oxygenating the reaction, you can actually set the iron rods on fire. And they'll burn really, really hot. And you can use it to blast through steel. And then they add a little bit at the bottom where they're like, people have done this with things other than iron. And I was like, hang on a second. What do you mean people have done this with things other than iron? And I started looking through their references, and I found, and I remembered, it activated like a Ratatouille moment in my brain. Back when I was in high school, I used to get Popular Science magazine because, I don't know, I think like my parents or grandparents signed me up for it because they're like, you like technology? Here's your technology magazine. I was like, epic, that's awesome. Right? So I used to get Popular Science magazine. It had some interesting stuff, mostly just like tech news stuff. But at the very end, literally like the last page of every issue, they had some guy that would do like a mad science DIY project. And way back then, he did a project where he made what was basically a thermal lance using bacon and was able to cut through a metal sheet pan with it. And so I was like, hang on a second. Bacon is not the only meat and not the only food that has like high caloric content for burning. So let's get some different foods, build our own thermal lance, and see what foods are able to cut through metal when we pump oxygen through them rapidly. The fumes will be crazy. The proto slab. Oh, the last page was ads for pheromone cologne. Okay, so you had to flip past all of those, and then the last page. You know what? I have all my Popular Science magazines. I should fucking find what it is, go up, get the one, and come down here and show it to you. That'd be good for visual. That'd be good to show off. Also, Linus, thank you for the $2. Spencer the Slayers, thank you for the $5. Love the content, chat. Get ready. Hell yeah, brother. Buttered Bread, thank you for the $50. Hang on, I know you. You're the VOD watcher from the subathon. I remember you. You're the reason why I have UO Heart VOD watchers on my wall now. Thank you for the $50, brother. Praying you keep streaming here. That's the VOD homie. He's a real one. I remember them having ads for hovercrafts. I fucking love the old magazine ads. Someone in Twitch chat, find me what volume that story ran in, and I'll go up and get them. Actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't make you guys do all the work for me. Hang on, let me look it up myself. Also, there's something else I want to show you guys before we get into the product. Or the product? The project. We're going to be building a fine product today. Yes, all my projects are just building products. I'll be selling the bacon lance for $99.99 after this is over. I'm already searching on archive.org. Need $15 an hour and a 1 hour lunch. Jeez, man, how long do you think it's going to take? It's probably on the website. Hang on. If I search bacon lance. It's literally the first result when I search that. It's posted on 2021. That's not right. I remember seeing this in Popular Science ages ago. I remember seeing this in the... Fuck, it doesn't say what issue it was in. I mean, I could show you the website, but it'd be cooler if I could pull out the magazine and show you. May 2019 might be... sorry, not 2019. May 2009? 2009? First time chatter, hit me with the exclamation. Alright, who went in the fucking YouTube chat and said, go to Twitch chat and type in exclamation point feet? Because I fucking know one of you did it. Because that was a first time chatter, you fucks. Chris Robinson, thank you for the $10. Learned about thermal lances from Grandpa, but he didn't use bacon. Yeah, this is a unique way of doing it. Hang on a second. I'm gonna go up and find. In May 2009, you say? Let me see if that's actually it. I'm gonna go find it. It's in my collection. Some great news for y'all. Alright, first of all, let me cover up my name on the front of the thing. Clearly it's not my address anymore, but you know, just to be safe. I do have this magazine though. I have this issue. I got it in the mail back in 2009. That's actually crazy that I still have it. Yeah, baby. Popular. Dude, they said we was gonna be getting these in the future in 2009. Holy shit. Wait, 26 hot. I have this. Wait, what the fuck? 26 hot. Wait, I owned this. I bought it secondhand after it was already out of date. And guess what? Not only do I have this issue, it has the article in it. Yeah, baby. We're really pulling out the fucking archives here, dude. Yeah, so, yeah, this is what it was. Gray Matter was the column. It was in every one. It's not actually in the very back. You were right. There's like ads for hair plugs and shit over here. But this is the column that had it. And basically his premise is that he builds a thermal lance out of bacon. And he's able to blast through a sheet pan with it, which is pretty cool, honestly. The ancient texts. I've carried these with me every time I've moved, man. I can't believe I didn't think of it before stream. Before stream, I didn't think, yo, I should go through these. So you have a bottle of oxygen? Yes, I went and bought one today from Airgas. It was fucking expensive, but, you know, we have that subathon money. We can fund a little tomfoolery. Yeah, looks like he used, prosciutto. I don't want to use his design too much, right? I also bought prosciutto. I got bacon and prosciutto and hot dogs, beef sticks. You'll see. You'll see here in a bit. Did they give you any trouble? Nah, they're always pretty good about selling me. They've never been like, oh no, we can't sell you this because you're not like a, you're not a force worth dealing with. Hang on, sorry, I'm looking through here. Also, the cool parts of Popular Science was shit like this, where it was like DIY projects that people would submit. You guys ever read this, man? It was a different beast back in the day. Holy shit, they just straight up have ads for cigarettes in here? Can you even do that anymore? They're advertising GPS like it's the damn, like, highest tech thing of all time. Hang on. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Can you pause the stream? I gotta pee real quick. First time chatter, welcome in. GPS is some wizardry. Daily reminder, Twitch is superior. Thank you, King Kashova, for showing him what's what. Hang on. Holy shit, dude. I forgot that the symbol of progress in 2009 were these fucking, swirly bulbs. Dude, commercial flight in 2020, we're gonna be on this fucking supersonic mega jet that has like 30 people. Dude, I can't wait till 2020 hits. I can't fucking wait, dude. It's gonna be so cool. This is what I was looking for. They love making year predictions in, yo, dude, space tourism 2010? Hang on. Yeah, what's their prediction on this one? By 2050, they're gonna have hypersonic commercial flight. This Fallout-type aircraft? Oh my gosh, hang on, I was seeing if they had any others. Dude, we're gonna have super trains by 2011. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. I can't wait. Yo, by 2012? By 2012, we're gonna be flying this. I remember when 2012 hit and everyone got the cool flying car. That's awesome, dude. Oh my gosh. They're really optimistic on what we would be willing to trust people flying. Drones but larger. Yeah, surprisingly, you didn't see too many people predict drones. Yo, what's new? What's new? It's the fucking 3DS. Is this even the 3D? Or is this just the DS? No, this is the DSi. The 3DS had not hit yet. The 3DS had not hit the game yet. Yeah, baby. Dude, it's funny they have this in here. This is just like a really good, like, 2-channel audio recorder. I have this thing. It's really outdated now. Well, it was outdated when I bought it. I got it on a really good sale. Whoa, this new laptop has 512 gigabyte solid state drive. That's crazy. The highest capacity yet. to fit so much storage in a small space. $1,600, which was also considered an egregious amount at the time. Now that I do miss a bit. Let's see. Subscription security software on your router. Okay, good to know companies are still trying software as a service dog shit in current year. Yo, look at this new phone, dude. This shit is gonna revolutionize the world. This was after the iPhone came out. We should really have kind of known what the future was gonna be at this point. Ah, the Toshiba TG01 cell phone. It's basically the world's smallest PC. That's awesome, dude. Toshiba is really gonna take over the phone market, I think. I think it's gonna come. It's gonna happen. Oh, dude! Dude, this is real innovation. It's a phone that turns into a GPS. If they get that working, it's gonna go insane. Sorry, we're... The slop in those mags are worse than the AI Facebook ads. I would disagree. There's some soul here, but for sure, it's, oh my gosh. This handheld GPS was fucking $500? Are you kidding me? Can they even legally still have cigarette ads in, magazines? I paid for this subscription, too. They put a fuckload of ads in something that you pay for. Let's see. Ah, this is a great magazine, man. They're really good at predicting the future. No, they can't? Okay, so that's another relic of the past. Excellent. Anyway, I pulled out this old magazine issue to show... Okay, sorry, I got distracted again. They have a guide to sci-fi movies, and this was right after Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams one came out. Excellent. Excellent that these are all listed on, like, equal standings. They're putting fucking... Back when American spirits were niche craft cigarettes and not the favorite of insufferable hipsters. Dude, they're being kind of racist. They're the China syndrome, and it's a bunch of Chinese people that they have arrows that say hacker pointing to them. Oh man, they gotta this year. We used to really be putting out some crazy publications, dude. They don't do it like they used to, that's for sure. The social credits are going down. Anyway, the reason why I pulled this out is to show you guys that this was my inspiration. A 2009 article in Popular Science that I read when I was in high school. And I was like, hang on a second, I think I can try that with some other stuff. And I've seen some other people have tried it with other things. With varying levels of success. We're gonna try some that other people have tried, and some that they haven't tried either. Pure untouched territory, right? People were tweaking out, dude. We should point at the Chinese, I agree. The other White Heat is also, yeah, that is a great title. Might have that copy too. I have like years of these. I mean, as I said, I've got I save basically all the magazines that I've ever gotten. So I have like 5 years, maybe not 5, like 3 or 4, I want to say though, years of Popular Science. I think it's like 2008 to 2010 or 2011. A year or 2 of Popular Mechanics. Like 3 years of Nuts and Bolts, which is like an electronic hobbyist catalog or magazine. And then I also, at a flea market, I bought really old copies of Popular Electronics, which is another hobbyist. It's another big hobbyist publication. But it's literally like the first 2 or 3 years of their publication from like 1955 to 1957 or 58. I should go through those on stream because those have projects in them that are crazy and that are really outdated, and it'd be kind of fun to like go through one and try to make one of the projects because it's requiring parts that good fucking luck finding them in current year. But I think that'd be a pretty cool little thing. Would love to see those. Maybe on a Friday stream. I don't know what this Friday stream, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's one of like 4 different things. I have a lot of stuff on deck. A lot of things I want to do that I haven't done yet. But, hang on, before we get into our build, and we start building our project, there is something I gotta show you guys, okay? Now, get on to me for shilling all you want, but, like, I did say I was gonna reveal this today. So, you know, it's about time to show it off. It was, not this year's subathon, but last year's subathon. One of the goals was that I was gonna get a plush made. And after over a year of negotiating with different people and then things falling through, I finally got I finally got a hold of U2s who asked me if I wanted to do a plush through them. They reached out to me right when I wasn't quite able to make what I was after through someone else. And then I was like, perfect. So that was at the beginning of the year. They are finally, it is ready for release. He's pulling his plush out. Da, 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 da. This is gonna go on sale in like a week. Ba, 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 ba. They've made this little plush guy. This is what he looks like. Isn't he cute? Anyway, yeah, I've been turned into a marketable plushie. We're going up for sale in like 7 days or so. I'm gonna do a giveaway on Twitter. I'll also post it in the Discord. And I can also post it as a YouTube community post, actually. That way as many people can enter as they want. I'll be giving away a couple of them for free. So be sure to enter that. I'll post that in a couple days. There's a whole, like, deal for it. And then it'll go up for sale, I believe, next Tuesday. And I'll post for that as well. It turned out really well, though. I really like the U2 style. I have the U2's Pippa plush as well, and really like that one. So, I was really excited that they wanted to do one for me. They've got little eyes under the glasses, but I'm not going to show you what they look like. You got to get the plush if you want to see that. Do you know what it'll cost? It'll be $30. And it's a pre-order. They do a big pre-order, and then they make them all, and then ship them out. It'll be available for 1 month. Or 4 weeks, technically. So, order it sometime in October, and I'll be talking about it on stream, and I'll have them here. I'm gonna have a challenge thing for when they come out that I will have prizes for, but I'll cover that more once it's actually up for pre-order. U2's eyes are what I'm not a big fan on. Yeah, I know some other people that won't work with them because they don't want the eyes, but sunglasses. No, don't put me in the fucking jar. Get the hell out of here. Can we fry one? You're gonna... Not this guy, because he's the prototype, but once they send... you know what? If they can give me a couple more of these... Maybe one of them has to go in the deep fryer. We better fry one. I fried the Moriko plush, which was a makeshift plush, so it's not as big. I don't know if you can get a scale. Here's some comparisons to other plushies for scale purposes. This is next to a makeshift. The Phillian one. Here's next to a... Oh my gosh, don't all collapse. Holy shit, stop. Here's next to a Hino one, which is a Vyoshi. So, you can get an idea for the general, like, size. Right? I'll put them back on the shelf. Get the Tannerite. Why is yours the fattest? Take a guess, wise guy. Why do you think mine's the fattest? I've had them post up on my shelf because I couldn't show them until today, wearing the Ocean Gate safety technician hat. So we'll put them back over here. But you know, pardon my shilling. I wanted to show him off for so long, man. We finally got him. I finally could show him off. Where are his sandals? He's wearing his proper lab boots. Something that I never do. Will his eyes get moldy if I try to drink milk through it? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Also, you're combining two plush lore, like, sources here, because I'm pretty sure the guy drinking milk through the plush, I'm pretty sure that was a... That was the I soak it with milk and then throw it against the wall, and then the one with the moldy eyes was the Cartman plushie, if I remember correctly. The Webkins. It was a Webkins? You guys remember this shit better than I do. I don't know why you ask me when you clearly remember the story more. I don't know why the Cartman plush had mold on it. I can't remember that lore. Oi, oi. Putrid? It's pretty foul. Alright, we're gonna need to do... So a lot of today is just gonna be burning shit and seeing what happens. But we're gonna start... We have to prep the lance itself. So... Hang on. I'm thinking this is what we use, right? This is what I'm thinking to use to hold the stuff. It can go into this thick iron tube. And then hang on a second, let me get a hose. We could use either this thick-ass hose, or we could use something maybe a little more cut down, like this guy. Yeah, actually, I might need to use this thinner vinyl one, because I think the fitting that I have on my oxygen regulator fits a much smaller hose. Also... oh wait, yeah, it totally does. Yeah, this is the regulator that needs to fit. I haven't put the regulator on the tank yet, but we'll do that. We'll do that here in a bit. Did this make an eggplant into a thermal lance? Well, if you'd hit me with that before I bought the stuff, I could have probably bought an eggplant to see. But the idea here is that it can turn anything you shove into it into some form of thermal lance. What we need to make sure is that we're actually able to cut steel with it, and that's where things get a little bit trickier. Nobody likes eggplants. It's literally like an F tier vegetable, sorry. Well, D tier. D tier vegetable. Eggplant is like maybe one of the worst veggies of all time. I think there are certain plants, like, we should just stop eating them. We as humans, we've like, we can get good food now. We don't have to eat shit that should be like kind of geared more for survival only. Eggplant is kind of ass. Eggplant parmesan goes hard. Tell me, brother, when you have an eggplant parmesan, what part of it goes hard? Is it the eggplant? No, motherfucker. It's the parmesan. Like, you can literally... The fact that eggplant parmesan is the most popular eggplant dish is proof that it's a shitty vegetable. Because literally anything in the world you could cover with sauce and cheese, and it would be... They put it on pasta, and it's gonna be delicious. And it's also... It's the worst parm. Oh, yo, Spencer, thank you for the $10. I appreciate you. And Kintoa, thank you for the gift sub. Most food is made good by the seasoning. Exactly. Tofu's a good example, but also tofu has like no natural flavor. It's kind of bad if you don't really season it right. My nana used to bait and switch me with the eggplant parm over chicken. That's foul. Eggplants and cucumbers are bottom of the list. Okay, so I'm also a cucumber hater. Like, fully agree, I do not like cucumber. That said, I understand why cucumbers are liked. They have a very distinctive flavor. They very distinctly taste like ass. No, but actually, they do have a distinctive flavor. And, like, you don't really get it from much else. So, I understand being a fan of cucumber, but I do not understand being a fan of eggplant. I just remember when I was a kid, my dad got, like, I shouldn't say conned. Well, it was kind of a con. My dad got conned into drinking this absolutely disgusting juice that tasted like cat piss, and it was made from some kind of like African fruit that I'd never heard of, that no one had ever heard of. And it turns out it was just a really shitty like fruit or vegetable or whatever that they had realized they could sell as a health supplement to suckers. And I feel like eggplant is only one derivation away from the same, like, classification. It's not kale. It's not durian. Durian is like, once again, nasty, but it has a very distinct flavor that people actually like. It was called a, you know what cat piss tastes like? So you know, like, if you've ever been a human, you know when you smell something, you can kind of tell what it tastes like? That's what I'm going off of. It's not bitter melon, but bitter melon is like, no one should be eating that shit. It's actually horrendous. I heard about bitter melon because it was like, oh yeah, if you grew up in India, this was like the horrid shit your mom would make you eat. And it literally is just rancid. I actually have no clue why anyone eats it. Not a jackfruit. What was it called, man? Hang on. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. Optima Unified, thank you for the $5. Holla holla, $5. Well, do you like Brussels sprouts? Love them. Literally had some today. They were starting to go bad, but they were quite good. What the fuck? Noni! That's what it's called! Hang on, here and happy. You fucking got me. I was trying to look it up. That's what it is. Noni fruit. Alright, so answer me honestly. Did you also get scammed by this thing, or is it just like a known... Is it a known thing? Brussels sprouts taste like dirt in a good way. Oh, you guys talk about Brussels sprouts. I need more people with the noni juice experience. We like say nunny to the fruit, am I right? This sounds like a fucking Anna Tuber joke. don't bring that shit here. I remember a story of someone's family member trying to cure their cancer with it and obviously dying. I can't imagine why. How can you say eggplant is trash but praise Brussels sprouts? What are you... They're either mushy or tasteless, but... they are not tasteless, dude. They have a very distinctive flavor, and it's quite good with many things. Was that Steve Jobs? Who the hell is Steve Jobs? Ligma balls. Only eat Brussels sprouts deep fried. I'm not gonna lie, having them fried is what put me on them. And then after, I was like, you know, these are kind of good even when they're not fried. But I understand some of you guys don't like them. It's okay. I understand what it's like to be a toddler. I was one too, at one point in my life. Typically, what I'll do is I'll batter them with some olive oil, and then put them on an oven tray and throw them in the toaster oven or the big oven, depending on how many I'm making. Ah. You should make a vacuum chamber to mess around with. Ah, my friend, I have a vacuum chamber that I'm using for my Fuser. And a very good vacuum pump. Very good 2-stage vacuum pump to go with it. Have them with a sriracha-based sauce. That's the way it goes, I'm telling you. Can you make a UO's Lab cookbook for the non-cursed food stuff you make? That sounds like a good thing to do for like a charity drive. Kind of like how I'm gonna be doing the, well, I got my sub-goal for it. So I'm gonna, I'm releasing a Christmas album around November, December. Which is gonna mostly just be me karaokeing into the mic and having it like mildly mixed down into a thing. But it's like a charity fundraiser thing. Cookbook would be a similar good charity fundraiser type thing. Better get recording. I'm already starting it. Is it gonna be in CD form? No, I was gonna sell it on Bandcamp and just have it route the funds to the charity. How to get name on table? Speaking of, I have a lot of names I need to put on this table. I sell the spots for the name on table during subathons. I need to put, I have a lot that I need to put on this table though. And paint on the wall. And write on my white lab coat. Oh my gosh. I have tested the noni fruit juice. Someone tried to sell it to me to cure my cancer back when I had it. It tastes like blueberry juice because they needed to mask the hideous flavor of the juice. Bottle was free though. Yeah, I think my dad was paying 40 bucks for a bottle of it back in the day, before he got off on that one. Got off of that kick. It's cool person all over again. Yeah, you get name on Rose, you get name on jacket too. You get like all of them. You need to do, I unironically need to do a stream for all of the subathon writing. I also need to hurry up and ship the painting to Magnacore. Can't get over the horse-shaped burn mark? This is truly a Rorschach test, man. What do you mean horse-shaped? It's a crater. Ah, Rose, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate you. Thank you. You guys are actually, like, you're going psychotic. It's got you fucked up. Okay, sorry, I'm poking around. Sorry, I'm poking around. I know people get mad at me when I do that. Sorry, can't the man, like messing around a little bit. Hang on a second, I need my, drill bits. What we need to do here, are these too big, or are these gonna be sized right? Oh, these are, like, way too big, actually. Holy shit, wait, why, it only got out, like, 2 honks out of that? Rick Benchico, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. Thank you. I appreciate you. Aye, man. Hey, hang on a second. Do I have the right size? Oh, wait, I'll use the fucking step bit. Okay, so basically what I want to do is I need to drill a hole in this cap. The idea is that on one end, blast the air out, the oxygen. The other end, we cap it, and it has a little adapter for a hose. Can you imagine Magnacord taking and framing the painting, being like, this is Zuo's original art piece. He's quite famous for his professionally smoked steaks. He said he's gonna hang it in his office, so I'm very flattered. I'll feel like a kid after like his dad hangs his drawing on the fridge. Wait, where is my little hose adapter? It's NBT quarter inch, so I can get a rough idea. And it doesn't need to fit perfectly or anything, but you know, it'd be kind of nice to fit. All right, here we go. It's MPT half inch. I'm gonna go down to 1/16, see how the sizing's going, and then go up from there. Safety first, everyone. One of the awful cures I remember is Jilly Juice. If I remember correctly, the noni fruit thing, I looked up what a noni fruit was, and it's basically just like it's like a starvation fruit. Like they only eat it when they're literally starving and they need something to eat. It's like horrible tasting. So basically, it's trash that they realized they could sell to dumb Westerners. They're really trying to pull a fast one. Actually, it's easier if you start with a proper tapping bit and then switch to the step bit once you need to widen the thing. We're not quite centered, but you know, we'll take what we can get. How thick is this fucking thing? Jeez. Real thick. Jeez, man. I had to put this thing on the end of the pipe to drill through it. Oh, grief. Alright, well that's not nearly big enough. Yo, Gelatinous Steak, thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate ya. And Calden Forge, thank you for the Prime sub. Sound of tools is so calming. You know, do as I say, not as I do. This is not proper form. Oh, that screwed it. Fuck. We're not even close. Okay, is it there yet? Okay, there we go. I think we might be, yeah, we're at the point where we can tap it at least. lip bite emoji. What flavor engineer are you? Electrical. Electrical by trade. Turn the drill to drill, not unscrew. It's literally on drill. What are you talking about? Hang on a second. This is how I clean up the iron powders. Otherwise, I get little burrs in my hand on my workbench afterward. Epic life hack. Put this on a fucking Indonesian content farm video with stock music in the background. It'll get 10 billion views on YouTube.com. That shit hurts. I know, right? I'm diligent about cleaning it up because I've been pricked by them so many times at this point. Ah, shit. There's filings over here, too, that I missed. Metal splinters are not fun. First time catching a live? Much love, and I just gotten into my comp science midterm. Congratulations. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Alright, let me see. Whoop. Let me see if I have a die for this, or a tap. Harbor Freight tap and die set, you have saved me so many times. I don't know if I have one for this thread. Is this an American? It's like an 18. Having both the like shank size and thread width necessary is a real rarity. I don't quite think. Well, that might be. I mean, that might be close enough. Don't look, engineers. I'm hitting them with a close enough. I'm sorry, who the fuck said Hako Tua? Shut the fuck up. Oh, wait, shit, that's too narrow. Alright, never mind. That one's all good. Fuck, man, I thought that might work. Well, it was worth a shot. I don't think I have the tap necessary to tap the threads. That joke is stale. That joke is literally making a Hawk Tua joke at this point in time. Literally, it's so stale that, like, the joke came, went, the person who made it created a shitcoin, scammed $3 million out of people with it, left, then attempted to come back with an apology. That is all. That's how fucking dead it is. It's on fucking apology arc from the original person who pulled a scam. That shit is more stale than the fucking hardtack. Yeah. In 3 years, it'll loop around into being funny. I don't know. I feel like... I feel like it's not gonna loop around into being funny again. Maybe I'm wrong on that prediction. But to the doubters on me for that one, I ask you to tell me what happened to the Cash Me Outside girl. Because they're very similar cases. You know, if you think about it, the Hawk Tuah and the Cash Me Outside girl were very similar. End up with the same rep as those derp jokes. It is weird, because some of those old crusty memes have had a comeback. But I feel like they had a comeback in spite of, not like because they were great. Cash Me Outside girl was funny once. I beg to differ. It's maybe one of the most forced and least funny, like, trends of all time. It's like it was definition level unfunny when it dropped. I feel like Rage Comics will come back someday. Hey, Trollface has already gotten a pretty good like rerun. I feel like. All right, well, I don't know if you could see my threading job here. I don't know if you could see what we've concocted. That doesn't look like the most secure thing of all time, but you know, it's not going to be keeping oxygen under pressure or anything. It just has to make sure that it's not, like, blatantly leaking out of the side. It's definitely attached. I mean, it's solid. Like, it's going nowhere, right? Cash Me Outside girl was literally an admitted skit. I mean, yeah, most things are an admitted skit. The Costco guys were like... like, those guys have been trying to go viral for years before they finally hit. They've been doing all sorts of, like, stupid meme things. And eventually they had one that for some reason got big because they're kind of funny. Going nowhere up to like 5 PSI. Yeah, that's the thing, is that there's not going to be enough pressure to make this weak connection matter. Anyway, my point is, where's my electrical tape? I'm about to commit some crimes against pressure vessels. Where is my electrical tape? Who remembers the making saucy food on the bare countertop videos? I think they're still making those. Which is pretty foul, honestly. Because that shit sucked. What are you making? I'm building a thermal, or a thermic? What's it called? I think it's a thermal lance. I'm building a thermal lance. Basically, like an oxyacetylene torch, but instead of acetylene being the fuel is going to be random food items. How will the meat be used? The meat is the fuel. So this is actually, you know, sometimes I clickbait a little bit. Like, saying I'm running Doom on horse electrolytes when I'm merely powering the device on horse electrolytes is a little clickbaity, I'm not gonna lie. But it makes it more interesting to phrase it that way, so that's what I do. This one, I am quite literally cutting steel with meat. Like, it's actually real. The meat is the fuel. And we're not just using meat, we're gonna use other things too, and I'm gonna show you what they are once we have the basic little system here done up. Hang on a second, let me get the thick tubing out. I bought this slightly thicker tubing, and I can't use it for hardly anything, because it doesn't fit any of my fittings. So I guess we'll be using it for this, because it'll be a good use for it. It'll be a good opportunity to use this. Hopefully the tube doesn't catch on fire, or it's gonna burn like hell because it's gonna have oxygen going through it. Where did my electrical tape go? I guess I have other rolls I can pull. Is this ethical? Absolutely. Hello, Uwu. Hello, demonic medic. Welcome in. That was a suppressor. If you're running a suppressor that looks like this, the ATF is gonna have some questions. Let's see. Here we go. We have MIG, meat inert gas. Yeah, it's gonna be a meat inert gas welding system. We're not welding. It's gonna be cutting mostly. Just to help keep it sealed a bit. And this doesn't need to be super tight either. Once again, just needs to help keep it sealed. And hopefully it doesn't get hot enough way back here that the fitting will melt. I wanted to get a tube that was decently long, so the burning's going to take place up here, but it does get really hot, so I don't want the heat to carry all the way back and start melting my tubing. This is basically the idea. And we pull off a length of this. This will go down to the oxygen tank. So I'll have it be decently long. Retie it with one of these cable ties I got laying around, so it doesn't flop around everywhere. Alright, that should be good. That does not fit. Drop the background music playlist. Go on youtube.com and search Toho Bossa Nova. And then click on the one that's volumes 1 through 9, 5 hours. There's your background. Yeah, anyone who popped in, welcome to Twitch. Can this be set up to cook and cut a grilled cheese sandwich at the same time? Now, I am afraid you wouldn't even use this to cut metal nicely. It's gonna, like, blast shit everywhere. It's gonna be fairly violent if it works. So it would basically obliterate your bread. We need like a laser or something to cut bread. Even then, that's not very good for it. Do we use yesterday's prison food as fuel? Okay, wait. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I did save it. I got a nice big log of Nutriloaf in the fridge. Extra tasty. Alright, hang on a second. I gotta piss, and then we'll go set this up to run some tests. Alright, we're back, baby. Alright. Where's my torch? Oh, wait, shit. I already put it over at the other table. Did you piss the night away? It's always a quick piss, man. I don't take too long to piss. I'm a quick pisser. I don't really want to inhale the fumes coming off this shit. Just want to heat up to make it slightly more pliable. Alright, and now it's on there. Alright, so the idea is just that oxygen come out here, blast out hole here. Did you wash your hands? I always wash my hands. They'll take power washer. Oh, that's disgusting. Hang on. I need more, zip ties. I feel like I'm running through them at an alarming rate. Why you gotta wash your hands if you got a clean dick? Oh, we're coming back to the you should wash your hands before pissing. I still stick by that, man. You should wash your hands before taking a piss, not after. Harbor Freight sells good ones? Okay, well, you know what? I'm not streaming tomorrow, and I'm gonna be... Typically Wednesday is when I run my errands. So maybe, if I have some time, I'll stop by the Harbor Freight and get some more zip ties. But I'm not gonna be hyper-prioritized. I just don't know where I put my pack of them. I'm always losing these damn things. Alright, let's move this over to the other table. Ba-ba! And I'll show you guys what we're gonna be doing. Let me turn the mic on over there, because I know my ass gonna forget if I don't do it now. There we go. This looks really kinky. I think that your brain is fried. You need to take a break from pornography. It's destroying your dopamine receptors. Alright, hang on a second. Let me get my chat so that I can read you guys while I'm over here. Need to go touch a tree? Grass scared of bro? Grass scared of bro? Cooking with sus utensils. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. There's a line of gimmickry that I'll do, and if you cross the line, you start getting into like YouTube children's content territory. Never go that far, okay? Never get into YouTube children's content. That's how it's over. That's when it's over for you, I fear. Ah, come on, man. I'll need my welding equipment over here in a second. Yeah, never go Elsagate. Is it still Elsagate? Is that still what it's called? I remember that was what it was called back then, but it's been through different iterations now. Alright, I got a tank of oxygen over here. I just picked this guy up from the air gas. So this is the secret behind how we're going to make meat burn through steel, because on its own the meat is not going to burn hot enough. But with this, it can conceivably hit the temps necessary. Alright, hang on. What is this plastic shit that I keep tripping over? Oxygen does make things get hot. Yeah, this is basically the same premise as an oxyacetylene torch. Or just an oxy-fuel in general, because you can use acetylene, but you don't have to. It'll work just as well with propane. I think it's like not quite as hot, but it's pretty damn close. Alright, it's already got some Teflon on, so let me just tighten this regulator onto the oxygen tank. MAP burns real hot? Yeah, MAP gas, if it's like real MAP gas, it's quite good. That said, most quote-unquote MAP gas is not real MAP gas. There's a, it's like mostly acetylene. Or like some other shit. Protect your hands? Yeah, don't worry, okay? I'll be getting the gloves out. You need welding gloves for this. They're not optional. Honestly, you should not do this at home at all unless you're really comfortable with this kind of thing, because, well, you know what? No, I'm gonna leave it with a good old, don't try this at home. I don't care what you're comfortable with. For liability purposes, do not attempt this yourself. Did this fix my hemorrhoids? Yeah, but it's gonna create some new problems. It'll get rid of your hemorrhoids, but it's gonna get rid of, like, everything else as well. Let's see, as long as the roids are gone, unless you're like a welder. I would say, if you're a welder, you probably got the experience necessary for this. Still pretty dangerous. I wouldn't, you know, for legal purposes, I wouldn't recommend it. First time on Twitch? Welcome in, brother. Hope you're doing alright. Alright, so we're gonna mount this up here. I want it on standoffs. Dude, this desk, you guys remember the desk that I have here. It's a nice little standing desk. It raises and lowers. Real nice. Real nice. It was for a Flexispot sponsor that I did a while ago. This thing, I've only had it like a couple months, and I've specifically tried to keep it from getting completely beat up, but it is so thrashed. Like, it was so perfect when I got it, and it's got like massive fucking dents and shit. I don't know what's happened to it, dude. I've tried so hard to keep it in good shape, and I think just being in this basement is like cancer to anything that attempts to stay nice, I fear. Alright, let me get, this'll be good. The amount of reuse I get on this stuff is pretty awesome. Clamp this here with a C-clamp, because that won't melt. And then, we'll need to move the camera sideways a little bit so that this is now, like, off the table a bit. And then we'll move the foods over here. You broke bricks. Oh shit! I forgot about that. Okay. That's all. There's some stuff that goes on the table that's probably not good for it. Once or twice, you know. Once or twice. A once or twice thing should not be the level of damage that has occurred to this table. Won't it burn the wood? Yeah, it might, but it won't burn the wood that fast. That's the important part. Do I have something? Because right now, the way the cap is, it's kind of angling it down. I would rather it be angled flatter or like more up. If I had to choose. Oh my gosh, dude. Please. Will this be a video? Yeah, if it works right. The difference between things that become videos and things that don't are generally whether or not they work. On stream, you never know what you're gonna get. Are you gonna get a successful project or are we gonna get a flop? Who knows? Watch the stream to find out. And then if it's successful, then we know if it's going to be a YouTube video. Metal straps would be easier. Yeah. Maybe. But where's the soul? You sound like a soulless individual. You want the soulless, cold predictability of a metal strap when you have the wonderful, wild unpredictability of a G-clamp on a round tube? Where's the sparkle and light in your life, brother? The unfunny filters are working overtime today. There's some great ones. Like any mention of like bombs gets auto-filtered. Oh, it's the unfunniest people are meeting the funniest of ends right now. It's awesome. Does that would say what the hell a thermal lance is? It's basically a normal thermal lance. I'll explain again because it's been a little bit. You have a tube like this, you put a bunch of steel rods in the end, and you get the steel rods white hot using like an inductive heater or like an oxyacetylene torch, and then you blast oxygen through the tube. And the high presence of oxygen makes the steel or the iron rods start burning as fuel, so it lights them on fire. And they produce an incredibly hot heat that you can use to blast through metal. Very messy, so it's mostly just used like for disassembling things or like you know, if someone's like trapped in something, like, oh, we need to get into the safe. Okay, you would use something like this because it's messy, but it'll cut really thick metal really fast. How are you gonna get bacon white hot? High presence of oxygen, basically. It's the basic idea. We're gonna try a few different things and see how hot we get it. It's good for scrappers, yeah. It's good at like roughly chopping things up. So that would make sense. So, food items we have that are on the table for burning and seeing if it'll melt metal with. Bacon, alright, this one, I know someone else has done a project where they've used bacon and prosciutto. I have both of which here. And they were successfully able to melt steel with that. I got hot dogs. These are the cheapest hot dogs we could find. Good old Aldi coming in clutch. All this shit's from Aldi, so what's up? Shout out to Aldi's. I got some sausage sticks. I thought this would be good because they can go in like the steel rods would. I was going for anything stick-shaped, mostly. I got some Takis Fuego. I was snacking on a couple of them, that's why the bag's open. Which I thought would be funny just because, haha, they're called Fuego. Imagine if we managed to start a fire with it, that'd be awesome. Also because it's a chip saturated in oil, and I think that might be enough fuel to get enough heat. I think it has good potential, basically. We got spaghetti. This one I'm not so sure about. But burning through a starch might be enough under presence of oxygen to get the temps we need. We'll see. That's kind of a try it and see. Similarly, I got these skinny breadstick crackers, which I also thought I got mostly because they're in a stick form. This one I don't have high confidence on, but it's worth checking out. And then finally, I got some frozen taquitos. If we manage to cut steel with a taquito, I'll be a very happy man. They're deep fried, so they got a lot of oil in them. The oil or the fat is like one of the better sources of fuel here. So that's a pretty big one. I also have this empty Dr. Pepper can because I think it'd be cool to blast through it. But the better test will be blasting through steel. And I have some scrap steel somewhere around here. Yeah. I have some of this from from when we were building the car. So we can chop through this. And I have some plates if we want to try something that maybe isn't completely fucking mangled. But scrap will be good to test on at the very least. Let me move the camera over a little bit. It'll be better if we have a clear shot here where you can clearly see like the flame coming out of here, and also where we need to pack the tube and such. Can you build with a thermal lance? You wouldn't really want to. Like, you couldn't do something precise like welding with it. It's too... It'd be like trying to weld with, like, a carbon arc gouging rod. It's just not really... It's not really got the sauce for that. How long ago did you give a description of the science methodology? Oh, about 30 seconds ago. You can scroll back on the VOD there. I'm pretty sure I, like, just described it, so you, like, barely missed it. Let's see if we have any leaks here. I'm gonna open the oxygen. Okay, and then this guy should open. Alright, there it's coming through. Okay, so I'll give a demo here on how this is, on like, basically the premise here, on how we're gonna get meat hot enough to burn through steel. So basically, the principle of combustion. What do you need? What do you need for fire to burn? What do you need for something to be consumed? Because some things make really good fuels, and then other things don't make as good fuels. Well, the primary things you need for a fire to exist are fuel, air, and ignition. So, here's our fuel. Well, in this torch, here's our fuel. The air is what's around us. And the ignition is the little spark generated when I press the button. So, increasing the volatility of the fuel or the air is generally, or the volatility, that's not really a good way to describe it. The reactivity is generally how you get bigger fire. Some fuels burn hotter naturally in air, some fuels don't. They all have their different, like, burning points. But in high presence of oxygen, stuff burns hotter and faster. So, you know, maybe a campfire only takes, you know, will last you like 3 hours in normal air. But if you were in, like, the space shuttle with it, where they have, like, 80% oxygen or whatever, that shit would be gone in, like, 10 minutes. Because it's burning way faster. The flame would be way bigger, it'd be hotter, it'd be gone faster. That's the premise here. We're increasing the flow of oxygen to make the flame hotter, faster, and the fuel consumed quicker. Can we get a hit of a taquito torch? Well, we're going to try all of these things. At least that's the plan. Let me put my safety glasses on. And then we will see... we will see what we got here. Also, Spencer, thank you for the 5. Appreciate you. To give you an idea of how this works, let's light this paper towel on fire. This is just in open air. Alright, that's burning. Nice, nice. Now, out of this tube, when I turn on the oxygen flow, should start... Oh! You see how much brighter that is? That's just a little oxygen, too. Give it a little oxygen, suddenly it starts burning a lot better. Put this in here real fast. Now this shouldn't be able to burn hot enough. But you'll get an idea of what we're going for. Alright, add a little oxygen. You see what we're doing here, right? Oh, fuck, it's still on fire? Get out of there. Look how fast it burnt the paper towel, too. Remind me to have the fire extinguisher on demand for this one. Stuff that is more fuel dense than a paper towel should theoretically burn a lot brighter and hotter and get to the point where we can start doing some crazy shit with it. No, not the Temu fire extinguisher. I mean the real one. I have 2 real ones. Oh wait, actually, there is one. One of the Temu ones is a real one. Hang on a second. You're right. This Temu one is actually a real fire extinguisher. Yeah, okay. Put that right here. He's gonna use Temu ones? Stop! I'm not gonna use Temu ones for everything. Let's see, what do we want to start with here? Explains how Paw Paw can outsmoke me and the boys with his cheater tank. Yeah, sure. Here, let me let's start with the breadsticks. I feel like these might be a good start. These are a big stick, so you know we're already on a good path with that. A lot of them are broken. I don't know how many of them I can fit in this tube. It looks like only maybe... Ow! Fuck! That's already hot. Shit. Maybe 3 or 4? you know what? We're gonna take what we can get. Breadstick. Now we really need something to wrap around this that's gonna burn. Do I use the bacon already? I feel like if I use the bacon now, everything's gonna need to use the bacon as like a wrap. Imagine explaining this to the fire department. I don't want to have to do that. Goal for today. Don't explain this shit to the fire department. If we get to that point, we have failed. Alright, hang on. Three or four, that's what she said. Shut the fuck up. Watch the VOD now. I can't be calling the fire department. My insurance would not be having this. They would be pissed. Ah, shit, I just broke one of the fucking breadsticks. No! Here, I wet the end so that it would stick. There we go. The wet shouldn't matter, though, once it starts going. You gotta self-firefight? That's why I have so many fire extinguishers. Should I turn the lights off? Where's my welding helmet? That's what I was looking for. Can I put it over here? Yeah, baby. I need this boy. Twitch chat, you're not gonna get the helmet. I know I gave you one time. I don't know where that other wing is right now, though. Hang on, hang on. Hang on, hang on. Yeah. And this should be working. I don't think I have it in grind mode. No, it's on the proper sensitivity methinks. You just turn the oxygen off. Oh yeah, true. Gotta have that one loaded into my head. I don't want to be running into a I gotta turn the oxygen off situation. It'd be pretty rough, okay? It wouldn't be pretty, we'll say that. It might make it harder to fight the fire. What do you think's gonna go on here, man? It's not that serious, okay? Alright, so basically we're gonna light these. Let's get a little bit of oxygen going. I'll get my welding mask down. I don't think this one's gonna do it though. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Shit. Ah, no, get off the table. Well, holy shit, that was bright. It is hard to see in this thing, but, like, it's also, hard to see. Okay, well, paper towel, not the choice, I don't think. Yeah, there's none left in there. Those breadsticks are toasted now. Those breadsticks are carbonized. Hang on, yeah, maybe the real play is that I have to shove it all the way into the tube. What about cheesecloth? What about cheesecloth? What about huffing glue? If this one fails, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get the sticks out of the thing. Hang on. I should have the Dr. Pepper in front of it as a test. This is the metric. This is the metric for if it's getting hot enough. It's an empty can, for what it's worth. It's not going to explode everywhere. Otherwise, it might get pressurized. It's got to blow the can across the room. Oh, yeah, it might. This might be too lightweight. Alright, let's try this. Holy shit! It didn't even put up any resistance, man. It just immediately. What the hell? It didn't even, like, try to fight that. Well, the good news is I think we're working. Holy shit. Okay, wait. Well, I need to put steel in front of it then. Very effective. Nice. I like that it goes out once you cut the oxygen, even though technically the fuel is still there. It just doesn't. It no longer has the sauce it needs to operate like it was. Let's see. Do I have? Yeah, shit, man. Let's take the scraps. Let's take the scrap steel, put this here. Don't take building 7. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but breadsticks, on the other hand, are more than capable of doing so. You gotta burn the table with slag. You're being very optimistic. Melting through an aluminum can and melting through a steel plate are very different things. Alright. Let's see what this can do. Holy shit, it's shitting the breadstick out. Alright, we're out of breadstick, I fear. Okay. We weren't quite able to melt steel with breadstick. But it gave a solid try for sure. It's definitely it got the mill scale off of the steel, which is that is something. Breadsticks can't melt steel beams. That's crazy. I need to pack something in the middle. Well, you don't want too tight of a fit. Because you need the oxygen flowing through it is your main source of energy. So, you know. Too bad I got a bail. Oh, I'll see you around, Akuma. These breadsticks are good, though. Breadsticks, I would say, that's not too bad of a showing. But you know what I think will actually be better? I think the Takis might actually... do you say it like that, or is it Takis? People get on to me for how I say stuff all the time. I think the Takis might actually be better. Namely, because they're soaked in oil. Corn burns pretty well. I want some Takis now. Shut the fuck up. Alright, let's pack the tube. And we're gonna burn through them really quick. That's my prediction. So we're gonna, okay, really pack them in there. I think these aren't gonna last long. There's just not a lot of volume there. Maybe I could ramrod it in there, though. I don't know. Got any of that energy drink fuel? Oh, you mean from the energy drink rockets? Whoa. Is it just me, or is the camera fucked up? Oh, no, the camera is fucked up. Okay. I saw it from across the room. Why is it screen? That's screen tearing like crazy. Hey, hang on a second. There, we should be good now. Happy Halloween! Ooh! Ooh! Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It does that sometimes. Ain't out the way. The camera does glitch sometimes when we're doing electrical stuff because it actually gets interference. But this one, I think it's just fucking awful. That's still really hot. Shit, it's gonna melt the veneer of the table. Damn it! Yeah, I'm actually a government production. This is actually all a Fed trap. So when you guys start Fed posting a little heavy, y'all know what it is. Is it too hot? Nah, the camera's like a couple meters away. I don't think the radiant heat is like fucking it up that much. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy amounts of radiant heat. Let's see if the Takis can get hot enough to melt steel. I think that maybe they could burn, but I am curious whether or not it's just gonna have enough, like, volume of fuel to do it. Also, let me set the sensitivity on this to pretty low on my weld helmet. Doritos classically burn on their own. I certainly notice a burning sensation after eating too many of them. Why do you guys keep talking about 9/11? It's not even a... It's not even the day. Oh, because we're melting steel. Holy shit! Yo, dude, I think we could get I think we could get the Takis to look at it. Like, is it warped or is it... Is it warped or is it just me? Because this thing was already kind of beat to shit. Maybe I need a flat sheet of steel. Hang on, hang on. I need something that isn't... I need something that isn't, like, already all fucked up. So I can tell... Also, shit's still on fire, dog. Get over here. Oh, ow! Fuck, that thing's hot. Holy shit. Holy shit, that thing was on fire. It's hot. Damn, son, where'd you find that? Well, those Takis are turned to straight carbon for sure. New falling pipe sound effect. This is a nice thin sheet metal. You're going to be able to see deformations in it easier than you could with the other one. It's also, it's like half the thickness. So it's not like thin gauge. It's not easy to bend. But, it'll be better for showing this, I think. I think. Aye, aye. Describe smell. Smells like fire. Sorry, there's not a distinctive burning Taki flavor. It kind of just smells like heat. There's some smoldering ones in the tube already. Oh, do we have an infrared to check temp? I have an infrared thermometer, but I can tell you right now that shit is not designed to read thousands of degrees. So I can see like the temp of like maybe the pipe after, but it's not, it caps out at 3 digits. You're on some pretty specialized shit when you start wanting stuff to read more than that. Okay, hang on. Let's reload this with Takis. I think there's more discovery to be had here. Okay, yeah, there we go. I point an IR thermometer at the sky and it showed negative 1,000 degrees. It's telling you the secrets the government's hiding, which is that the sun is actually really cold. We're still eating those Takis, though. Yeah, you want some? It's been, it's been turned to dust. Alright. You ready? This has gone off with that. This has gone so well so far, by the way, I just gotta say. Like, we're getting close to just being able to cut steel with Takis. Let's see if this one's thin enough that it can melt through before the Takis burn out. And I'm gonna get it a little closer just to give it as much opportunity as possible. The Takis redirect the oxygen into a laminar flow. Well, they're actually a really ideal shape because they're like a straw, so the oxygen can blow through them and get really good, like, surface area on the burn. Holy shit, dude, holy shit. No! Dude! Did you see that? Did you see that, dude? Ah, fuck. Brother! What are we doing here? Ah, shit. No, get off the table. Look at that, man! Takis melted a hole in the steel plate. That's crazy that was able to do that. That's awesome. Look at the diameter. I know, right? And that was after it started blowing out the end, but I guess it had enough energy. Holy shit, dude. Takis can melt steel beams. What the fuck? There's like globs of steel too. It didn't just like it proper melted the steel on that. Good Takis ad? Yeah, Takis Fuego. The true Takis Fuego. The breadsticks, I don't think we're getting like close enough to this tier. Is that yes, this is a steel. It's sheet steel, but it's steel. It's galvanized steel. I can tell it's galvanized because my mouth tastes funny now. Yeah, literal fuego. Is it because of the Taki combustion, or is the steel burning in the oxygen? As a good question, it should be because of the Taki combustion, because getting steel to light in oxygen requires a lot of heat. So if it's the steel burning in the oxygen, then it's a two-stage burn where the Takis had to get hot enough to ignite the steel, which then burned. Yeah, galvanized fumes are fucking foul. I was joking, by the way. I don't have a weird taste in my mouth. But I have welded to galvanized before without good ventilation, and it's fucking disgusting. It does fuck you up. Don't do that. Life hack. Do not do that. Alright, well shit, man. The Takis, that's a pretty good mark. I didn't expect results this soon, dude. Not to say I didn't believe in bro, but like, I didn't think we were gonna get that already. What the fuck? Lungs and throats suck for 2 weeks. 2 weeks? I didn't weld enough galvanized for that. Mine, I had like a weird taste in my mouth for like a day. But yeah, if you weld galvanized, you get zinc poisoning or some shit. Or like some shit like that. Did you get any Slim Jims? So I went to Aldi to get my stuff, so I didn't have brand name Slim Jims. But I have Sims snack sticks, which are basically Slim Jims. So, you want to do these guys next? You want to do these guys next? That's crazy that actually worked. Those are good. What the fuck? I like that more than a Slim Jim. Tasty. Get something thicker? Well, let's see which one of these works the best, and then once we've established like the best food for this, then we'll work on trying to get it, like, testing the limits, basically. Because the main con to the Takis is just that there's too little of them. It doesn't have enough time to get a big, thick... Do you see how I'm cramming these? It doesn't have enough time to get a big, thick meat log, or a big, thick steel plate done through like this big, thick meat log's gonna do. Big, thick meat log is gonna do. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna split one down the middle and then cram it in the sides. I think this one's gonna be pretty good. I didn't split this very evenly. This one's not gonna have as good oxygen availability as the Takis, because the Takis have holes in them. This one is gonna be like kind of struggling to shove oxygen through it. Tasty. My man almost ate that. The instinct had me stopped, dude. You got me there. Yeah, pull out your meat torch. Fanfiction's trying to come up with alternate names for penis. He whipped out his flaming meat torch. His blazing Slim Jim gauntlet. You want to do lights off? Okay. I felt like it was bright enough you could probably see it, but yeah, it's probably cooler with the lights off. Okay. This is just with the one light off. But even that will increase how well you can see this. Because that's like... This is not very bright and light. Wow, the mix on that really bad. That's very yellow. Coming off this propane tank. Alright, you ready? Get some oxygen flowing. Alright, turn the oxygen up. Uh-oh. It went out. Shit, wait. Get nice and lit. You need to get lit. Come on. Okay, we're actually having trouble with this guy. We might have gotten lucky with those first few working so well. It might be too moist. I'm wondering if they aren't packed too tight. Like, maybe... Like, shit, man. Maybe... Well, how do I even take it out? Fuck, if this doesn't burn, I'm gonna have a lot of trouble getting this damn thing out of here. Hang on a second. Let me pick one of them out. Because I think maybe the oxygen is not getting to it enough. Here, maybe that'll oxygenate it more. I'm always getting my fucking meat stuck in a pipe, man. Alright. Also, how much of this fucking oxygen are we using, dog? I feel like we're burning through it fast. Okay. You know what? I don't think... This was like the original idea, was the beef sticks. I don't think the beef sticks have the sauce, man. They're not putting out what they need to win here. I'm not exactly sure what the holy shit. Getting it out of this tube is going to be a pain in the ass. Wait, hang on. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, not that bad. Not too bad, not too bad. I don't think it's got the sauce, man. Wiener too wet? Well, you know what the way to test this is? A good way to test this is, by trying some of these other wetter meats. Taste test, are they too moist? I think they might be not fatty enough. Too moist and not fatty enough might be the thing. Because keep in mind, the Takis are, like, soaked in oil. And I think that's the primary fuel at play. And the breadsticks are brushed in oil, which is why they were able to do a little bit, but they didn't quite have it. Well, now we know it isn't just something that works with anything, you know. Experimentation, baby. That's how we learn. I don't have Slim Jims. These are my Slim Jim analogs. And they are oily, by the way. They're not like wet with, like, I feel like they're wet with oil, but maybe not. How much fat is in these? 5 grams of fat in 2 sticks. Okay, maybe that's not, maybe that's not quite got the sauce for what we're, maybe that's not quite got the sauce for what we're after here. Aldi makes actual knockoff Slim Jims. Those are not it. All right. Well, you learn things every day. All right. These are our first failed. This does not cut through steel. Also, let me mark down on the tank right now. All right. 1,200. What is that? Kilopascals of pressure in the tank. I just want to make sure I don't burn through my whole oxygen tank. You gotta bring that shit back into air gas. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? You went through it already? You have any more veggie straws? Yeah, I do, actually. I do have more veggie straws. You want me to try it with those? Those might actually be decent. Hang on a second. Hang on, those are like right here. You've asked me to test something that might end up being incredibly convenient. Yeah, hang on. Here, these agave straws. These things were scams, but maybe they can be useful scams. Yeah, veggie straws. Veggie is legal phrasing that they should probably not be allowed to use. Cram one more in there? Yeah. Yeah, how about these fucking veggie straws that I ate? Sorry, this is not veggie straws like Harvest Snaps type of veggie straws. These are, so for anyone who missed it, anyone who's newer here, a while back I did a stream where I was trying to eat biodegradable straws to prove, I think the title was Eating Biodegradable Straws to Prove That Turtles Are Pussies, but turns out most biodegradable straws are just made out of plastic and they're fucking lying. They're not biodegradable in like a real sense. They're biodegradable like they only take 200 years to dissolve instead of 500. Anyway, let's see if these guys work. I think the oxygen surface area might ensure that these can actually do it. We'll see. I don't know how good the fuel availability is. Or rather, I know the fuel availability is good. I don't know how good the fuel, like, quality is. It's gonna effectively be burning plastic. Need a mighty tract of a sea turtle to degrade. Yeah, that's what it is. Alright. Yo! It worked! Alright, they literally consumed all of them. But that was pretty fast, I'd say. And fucking mission success, dude. Now, not as big of a hole as the Takis. I think the Takis are still technically better, but this was faster. It slogged them out on the stone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the remnants. This is the remnants of it. Yeah, for comparison, the Takis hole is a little bit bigger, and it did more, like, surrounding damage. It put more heat, but I think that might be because it took longer for it to get up to heat. That might be due to me taking longer to crank the oxygen up, though. It's kind of hard to tell, you know? Alright, I'm going to use this long one. This will give us multiple uses on one sheet. So that this way... okay, maybe not. There we go. That should give us a good, does that look good on the camera? It's getting smoky down here, man. What the hell's going on? What the hell? Why the basement getting so smoky? Alright. So that actually worked pretty well. One that I want to try next, and one that I think has decent potential here, is spaghetti. I got some good old Italian spaghetti. I say Italian. It's from Aldi, so it's probably not that Italian. The idea here is that it's going to be really densely packed fuel that should still get decent airflow through it. Through, like, the gaps in the noodles. Now, hang on. Italians in chat, this one's for you. Basement fly cameo. Oh, wait, fuck. I didn't need to break it in half. I overestimated the size of this tube. Circles should only be 60% packing factor. Yeah, so it should still have good flow. I tried to find, like, a really long ziti or something I could use, where it's like one long hollow noodle. They didn't have any of that. I don't even know if I've seen it. I might have, if I had at least seen it before, I might have gone to, like, the Italian market to get some. Be a bit of a waste to use good pasta in this device, but, you know, for the name of science, we gotta do whatever we can. I broke them in half also to give it a decent chance. It's kind of not fair if the spaghetti is like this long, so it has way more fuel. I want these to be fairly, like, evenly compared. Bucatini is the hollow noodle. Good to know. I did not know that was what it was called. This is some real baked ziti. Being long is a strength. It is. It is. It's unfair to the other foods that aren't as long. I want them all to be roughly, not the same length, but like in the same range, you know? Alright. Let's see if we can get this to the point. Also, I want to note that the tube is not melted, so it's not contributing to the fuel here. Let's see if spaghetti got what it takes. There are too many pasta types? Yeah, I'm petitioning King Italy to reduce the number. Oh! Holy shit, okay. Okay. Good lord, man. Good grief. Italian blast. Yeah, I started getting a little scared there at the end. I think the oxygen wasn't able to escape as fast as I was letting it in. So it built up pressure, and then when some of the noodles shot out and let more air in, it was able to... Oh shit, those are like burnt. Oh yeah, okay, I see the issue here. I think they were packed in a little too tightly. So this is our hole. Not quite what we're expecting. The Taki hole was way bigger. The Italian hole, it's a little disappointing, but it did manage to go through the steel. It just took way longer and didn't do as much. The noodles also all fused in this one giga noodle in the center. We stopped it before all the pasta burnt. It was given more time than any other item. Also, this smells like ass, dog. What about those Big Mama pickled sausages? I didn't get one of those, so I don't have one to test. But I imagine they'll perform similar to a hot dog, which I do have to test. Honestly, it is like, I don't really know which ones are going to be, because I thought the pasta was going to be like a shoo-in great fuel. But like, nah, it's kind of like mid to bad. I think honestly it was an airflow issue. Maybe if I used like the Bucatelli, it would be better because there would be more air, more oxygen able to burn the pasta. Do you have a pickle? Not on me. Maybe up in the fridge. I don't think a pickle's gonna do that well though. Maybe I'm off on that assumption. I don't know, man. I don't think the pickle's gonna be great. Yeah, let's put a hot dog in there. I know that you guys are gonna be asking for glizzies because it's a fucking classic. Yeah, not a lot of carbs in a pickle. Well, that's the thing. I don't. You know what? Actually, to provide proper airflow, I think that just shoving it in there is kind of the best pick here. There is a lot of fat in a hot dog. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is able... Dude, the basement is full of fucking smoke. What the hell? Well, I'm breathing great in this highly oxygenated air. Oh, trying the sausage sticks from Temu? I have those still. You know, that's actually not a bad idea to try those. Glizzy Squid cut the hot dogs to provide improved airflow. Who the fuck is Glizzy Squid? Has someone else done this exact experiment? Alright, let's see if we can do... Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, too much oxygen can't possibly be a problem. You need that shit to breathe. It shouldn't be over-oxygen to the point where it's dangerous down here. I'd like to think not. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright. I think we're having the same problem we had with the mini sausages. I think, oh no, bro. Unique ways to cook. Well, it's cooked now, at least. Too wet. Burnt tip, Sag. Yeah, it did, like, burn just the tip. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna try to give it a better chance at life here. Like this, and now it's got way more little fins. The airflow should be better. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with that, okay? Changing the fuel grain. Exactly. All right. Unfortunately, I think that the the glizzy isn't quite doing what it needs to do here. Wet foods don't work. I guess, like, I think it's more that the fat content has to outweigh the wetness of the food. This probably smells awesome. Yeah, this one smells like a barbecue. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, that one kind of goes crazy. Our hot dogs don't flop like that in Canada? Is this like a dick joke, or are you being real? Try some spaghetti and a hot dog together. Yeah, you know, two shitty things together surely will make a good one. I don't know. We'll maybe try some combinations after we've tried everything that I want to try. I don't want to run out of oxygen. I don't think we're going to, though. I think the tank's pretty full. I think I can pick it up. Yeah, it's real full. We should be good. Try cigarettes. Oh my gosh. You know what? You know what? For once, like, people always, oh, cigarettes. But this is something that cigarettes would probably be good at. So, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can cut steel with cigarettes. Here, I have all these step cigarettes, so this is what I'll use from. This is why I use in all my cigarette gimmicks now. It's a bad idea, but I want to see. I mean, I'm curious how good it'll be. I'm curious if it'll work. It's gonna make the basement smell like ass. But they are designed to, like, have airflow and be able to burn. So I feel like these have a decent chance. I don't know if they've got the fuel necessary. Those straws did, though. Those barely did, but they did it. By the power of menthol. Alright, you guys ready? Let's see if the cigarettes. Alright, we got a lot of flame out of it. We got way too much fucking smoke out of it. That's for damn sure. Well, now it smells like a bar in here. Oh, cigarette smell. How I've not missed you filling the basement. Good lord. Did not burn a hole in the metal, though. No new hole. This is from the spaghetti. No, this is where the cigs hit. No new hole there. So... they didn't quite have what it took. They didn't quite have what it takes to actually melt steel, but they did get decently hot. Steel wool? I mean, yeah, steel wool will work. That's typically what you put in an actual thermal lance to get it started. We're trying more, like, novel things here. Steel wool should work? Yeah, no shit. It's part of a normal one. That's typically, if you don't have an inductive heater, that's how you get it started. Yeah, no hole in the metal, but the steel has lung cancer now. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna wait for the smoke to clear out of here a little bit. Ugh. It's getting a little smoky in the basement. Just give me a second. Give me a minute or two for it to clear out a bit. It'll have holes in like 50 to 70 years. Who said step cigarette? I'm stuck in the carton. Aye, aye. Meat rockets with UOs, I'm here for it. Hear me out, try the Nutriloaf. Yeah, don't worry, you're the 20th person to tell me to do that. Maybe I'll try a gorilla biscuit or a horse biscuit. The lance at work uses electricity and copper electrodes with an oxygen source. It's probably closer to a, whoa. Yo, that bro Aaron, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate ya. Your one at work is probably closer to like a carbon arc gouging apparatus, which is still like, that's pretty cool, but it's not quite the same thing. Jelly got hit? Oh yeah, Captain Jelly. I haven't seen him here in forever. He has a founder's badge though. He's I think the second or third person to buy a sub on this channel. I think he was the second and you, JC, were the third. Well, the horse electrolytes burn. Not possible to do those as a powder. It'd just blast out the end in a big cloud and probably start a powder fire. You have any welding rods? Yeah, I have some 6013. Once again, that's just a fucking thermal lance. I'm not gonna just do the same one, like a literal thermal lance. The idea is that I want to try like funny ones, right? Seeing what unconventional thing can blast through steel. Yeah, dust explosion bad. Don't get me wrong, I love doing stuff for the bit. That one's a little scary, though. American cheese has a lot of fat. So the problem with cheese, because cheese in general has a lot of fat. The problem with cheese is that it melts. And as you start heating it up, it's just going to melt and blast out the end. I don't think it's going to be able to burn long enough to actually, like, blast through the steel. I don't have Pocky. That would be good. I wish I had candy canes. I was looking for something like that. They aren't really in season right now, unfortunately. But those would have been perfect because they're rods, and they would have been able to be stuffed in there. Use the cheese British people use in Scrandle. That shit is never melted. Yeah. You're right, it's not. Oh, speaking of Scran enjoyers, go on to the YouTube second channel. I just uploaded a video today where of the stream where I cooked the Brit slop. Hang on a second. Here's the link. Puzzle? Wait, what? I have my connections on my fucking... My connection solve on my, on my clipboard? Hang on a second. I've been waiting for that one. Here you go. Also subscribe to the second channel. It's a really cool channel. I'm not gonna do the fucking connections again. What are you talking about? But yeah, that one's up now, if you guys want to see it. It's just me cooking the Brit slop from the Scrandle to see if it's actually as bad as it looks. Do we stuff it with baked beans? Okay, look, you guys, you're drunk on suggestions because I used that one guy's suggestion of doing cigarettes. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. It's gotta be dry, rod-shaped foods that have a lot of fat are generally what's going to be working well. What about bacon? Ooh, that's on the table. It's going to happen here soon. Don't worry about that one. I think human poop would work because of the gas content. I'm not fucking putting shit in the thing and then lighting it on fire in my basement. Whoa, wait, hang on. Rare sighting, a YouTube comment had a good idea. Got any incense left? Okay, so maybe at the end, because that's gonna fucking smell so strong, it's gonna be unreal, man. Unironically, it's gonna gas me out of the whole damn basement, dude. then maybe we'll stuff the incest in the lance and see what happens. Came from the YouTube chat. If you want candy canes out of season, you should look for rock candy. Oh shit, that would actually have like decent airflow too, because it's all chunky. Yo, unverified chatter, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate you, dude. Table chips? I'm not stuffing table chips in there. Put some Malort in there. See, this is what I'm talking about by dumbass ideas. How do I put a liquid in here, man? Also, that shit would evaporate and then flash explode. Oh, nerd ropes would actually work. I don't have nerd ropes, but that's not a bad idea. I keep wanting to suggest battery. I'm not gonna put a battery in it. It's not really, that's losing the plot of what we're trying here. Which is mostly to see if we can make food burn. French fries would be good, but I don't have any, like, on hand. Twin Snakes? Isn't that a Metal Gear Solid game? Or am I tripping? Cheetos? I don't got any, but that'd be a good idea. Twizzlers? Same. Shit, I probably could have had Twizzlers, man. Fuck. I probably could have gotten Twizzlers for this. I didn't even think of that. I'm not fucking door dashing nerd ropes. Don't try to rage bait me, okay? Cardboard? I already tried this with wadded up paper towels. It didn't burn through steel, but it did get bright. They just burn too fast. Paper burns too fast for this. Do you have any chocolate bar? Unfortunately, the chocolate bar is gonna melt before it can burn as fuel. So it'll just blast molten chocolate all over, and it'll look like I diarrheaed all over the metal plate. Not really something I'm going for, okay? Peanut butter, that's like paste. Anything in the freezer? Melting steel with something frozen would be cool. The taquitos! The taquitos! Yeah, wait! Let's do that next. Let's do taquitos next. That's a good one. A Twinkie would be perfect. I don't have Twinkies on hand. Oh, fuck. It is so smoky in here. See you in a smoky room. Now I take my view. Hang on a second. You guys keep saying Hot Pocket. I got some bad news for you. I was surprised by how good the Hot Pockets were when I did the Flash Freeze stream. I ate the other 2 Hot Pockets. Like, a while ago. And I don't buy them as, like, part of my groceries, so... Unfortunately, Hot Pockets are not on the menu. You use them as food? Yeah, I know. This I know, right? Hey man, those were awesome. Those were an awesome after stream snack. Drench a chicken tender in Malort and stuff it in. I think you should smoke steak with cigarette and stuff it in, and then also smoke it with incense, and also I think you should also put glizzies in there, because glizzies are a funny meme, and also no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this rigmarole. Egg. The tube is smaller than the diameter of an egg. How am I fitting a fucking egg in there? Like, that one probably would burn. I don't know if it burned hot enough for melting steel, but we'll see. Need more of your ball. And then you should dip your balls in it afterward. Alright, I got some taquitos from Aldi. From Aldi's Nuts in Your Mouth, ale them out. Let's see. I've never had these taquitos. I haven't had taquitos in general in a really long time. I'm not really big on frozen food. My fat assery comes from within. Oh, damn, wait. That's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so, airflow-wise, we're not looking like fantastic, but taquitos are made of fried dough, so they should have enough fat to get burning. That's the idea that I'm going off of here. So let's see if a taquito... It's not a Taki. The Taki is the mini version. The Takis worked great. They're one of the best working things that we've had so far. Let's see if a taquito can even, like, contend. Those are banging in the air fryer. Don't tempt me to whip out air fryer mode on my toaster oven again. It better burn. I think the filling will explode. Well, hopefully not in my face. Oh! Okay, hang on a second. That actually was looking good, man. I thought it was gonna do it. I thought it was gonna make it, but, not quite there. It absolutely, once again, this is the hole from the spaghetti. This is where the taquito was hitting. It's not quite got the energy output. It absolutely, like, destroyed this thing, though. Look what it became. What have I become? My Swedish friend. One more is the cheese. Wait, there's cheese in a taquito? Cross section. Oh, wait. Oh, yo, shit, there's still cheese in there. Hang on a second, there's molten cheese in it. How bad of an idea would it be to take a bite out of it? Hang on. Let me taste test. It's very burnt. It's very burnt. Ah, yes, quite burnt, actually. Quite. You don't say? Alright, I think we gotta try one of the premium ones here, which is bacon. This is one that I've been pining to try the entire time. And this is one that I'm pretty sure is gonna go pretty well, too. The horses are back. Oh, shit, I forgot about the horses. Thank you for the 100 horses. They don't show up as prominently on desktop. You know what I'm thinking here? How about we wrap Takis in bacon? Instead of just stuffing, because the bacon's kind of loose. What if instead of just stuffing it in there, we wrap Takis in it so that it can get the, like, airflow through it? I don't know. Maybe that's a little too much. OMG, the epic bacon. Holy shit, the epic bacon at the Tesla diner looks amazing. What have I become, my Swedish friend? Everything I love goes away in the end. Veg straws wrapped in prosciutto. Lard is rocket fuel. That's basically what this is. You saw the same thing? Yeah, I have. The epic bacon at the Tesla diner post is unfortunately, it's an iconic post. Bacon wrapped Takis, I think, is how we promote airflow. Dude, the shit's sizzling when I shoved it in there. Shove that shit in there and it starts sizzling. Laughing, crying emoji. Alright. Enough of that. It's fucking cooking. Just like being on the end here. Alright, I got my meat nozzle prepped. Oh, yo, Annie Pandy Gandhi, thank you for the gift sub. And Trail Coiner, thank you for the Prime sub. Cooking bacon on the barrel of an M2408. What the hell is that? I guess it's a gun. That's probably the most American thing of all time, though. Wait, I have... There is that, video of a guy cooking bacon on a suppressor. That's kind of epic. It's kind of heckin' epic bacon, am I right? Am I right, fellow Redditors? Sorry, I'll stop! Stop beating me with hammers! We'll see how our construction is. We'll see if our construction is capable of producing a hot enough flame. I feel like we might have a problem with oxygen flow on this one. Sagging. Holy shit, come on! Break through! I fear it did not break through. Ah, that's tragic. Dude, I know the bacon can do it. I think it was our construction that was wrong. Dude, the epic bacon. The epic bacon from the Tesla diner. Shit, man. Works shockingly well. I mean, bacon's wet because it's wet with fat, which is a little bit different than being wet with, like, water, right? Because fat burns. Fat is active fuel. Holy shit, this shit is cooked. Mmm. You gotta use cooked bacon? You think if I cooked the bacon, it would be better? Hang on, you might be right, because if I cooked the bacon, then, one, it would be crispy, so I could just shove slices of it in there. I don't have to make this fucking concoction to keep it from shorting out. But also, yeah, most of the fat should still be in there, or like enough of it. I don't know, we can see. Oh, hey, Cottontail, welcome in. welcome in, Raiders. We're cutting metal with, snack foods right now. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, we should show off. We should show off with the Takis, because those are so good at actually working. All right, so we built a thermal lance, which is basically like an oxy fuel torch, but the fuel is whatever you put in it, and then it blasts oxygen through it to burn it. And we're seeing which foods burn the best. So we just tried bacon, which I think if we build it better is going to work. We saw a little bit of success with spaghetti. Not quite success with taquitos or beef sticks or glizzies, but a decent amount with Takis. These worked pretty well. So let's here, I'll show you guys, since you just came in. I'll show you guys how this works. Have you tried Twizzlers yet? I wish I thought of that, but I don't have Twizzlers in my house. Otherwise, if I thought of that when I was buying stuff to try, that would have been a good one because it's long and skinny and fits down the thing. No homo. Let's turn the lights out so you can see it a little bit better. I'll show you what we're doing here. Burn all Twizzlers. Are we just shooting objects at high speed? No. We're burning them at incredibly high temperatures. Incredibly fast and at really high temps. And trying to see if we can get it hot enough to melt through this steel plate. We've got 2 other ones so far. We've gotten 3 things that could burn a hole in steel. So basically we pump it full of oxygen and then see if that can get it to burn hot enough. Our oxygen tank is running a little low, so we're not quite getting this good pressure, but let's see what we got. There we go. It's been a while since we've had one actually work. So anyway, the Takis are the fuel here. Takis are one of the best ones that we've found, which is ironic because they're Fuego. But yeah, check that out. This one, for comparison, this is the hole made by the spaghetti, which is another one we tried. Spaghetti was like, okay, it's probably the weakest one of them. The Takis make a lot better of a mark. But that's what we're up to. Glizzies were a bust. I know, it's sad. I think they just don't, like, the surface area isn't great even when you chop them up. They don't quite have the fat content necessary to make up for it. Bacon almost did it. Bacon was close. Oh, yo, Slugger, thank you for the 2 months. The bacon got really close to breaking through. But I think that the way that I arranged it was bad. I think what I should do is cook the bacon. Then you can stuff more of it in there. And if it's crispy, it'll get better airflow, and then that should be able to blast through. So that was what that's what we're about to do. What are we seeing on the tank? We're at like 1500 PSI on this thing. Let's see. We started at like 2500. So we're losing pressure. I want to make sure, because oxygen is what makes it work. But we can basically just keep trying stuff till we run out of oxygen. Temu fish sausage. Oh, let's try that. Let's try that one out, actually. I did a Temu stream a while ago. For the unaware, I did a Temu stream, and I bought food off Temu. I was making a meal with food off of Temu. And one of the things I got are these Korean fish sausages, which I had never heard of, but people said they're like a known entity. They showed up not refrigerated, so I'm assuming they don't have to be, because they've been sitting raw on my shelf for like 6+ months now. Let's see how these guys work. Hopefully this works better than the like Slim Jim sausages. I think actually maybe it's better for there to just be 2 in there. We'll go double barreled wieners. Double barrel sausage, let's see how it treats us. This is gonna smell bad. I did cigarettes earlier. That has left another stank on this basement. What doesn't these days, though? Get this guy close. Alright, you can see this one hasn't been holed up yet. Okay. Hopefully it turns it to carbon before I can smell the nastiness of the fish. Let's try this guy out, though. Come on. It's all looking great. Hang on. It's not looking great on our prospects here. But it being a little bit hard to start doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be bad. So it might take a little more encouragement. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna... Unfortunately, I think these are going the same way that the smoked sausages did. They aren't quite able to get us there, unfortunately. Maybe they're a little too wet. Ew, they smell like ass, too. You were right. Okay, everyone who thought they were clever by saying it will smell like ass. You're right. It does smell like ass. Wait, is Floop no longer VIP? Wait, is he here? Whoops. Hang on, he was supposed to be VIP. Did I accidentally purge him? Hang on, Mr. Floopert. Bro got downgraded. Motherfucker hates me. Alright, you get your... Oh, wait, sorry, my VIP slots are full. Sorry, bro. You're gonna have to wait on that one. No, I'm just kidding. Hang on a second. Do 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 do. All right, who's gonna lose their VIP? Who was the? Let's see, Vaporwave Arcade. My condolences. You simply next in line. There we go. Alright, Floop, you're now VIP again. My condolences. Bro got downgraded for no reason. I must have accidentally un-VIP'd him in the purge. He should have been, like, early enough that he didn't get zapped. I'm surprised that he got zapped. No, wait, I know what it was. I know what it was. At some point, I gave him moderator, and then a while ago, I went through and removed all, like, the vanity mods. Like, all the mods who weren't actual mods, but just had mod status, because there were a few. So then I removed your mod, but I forgot to give you your VIP back. Whoopsie. I think that's how that went down. Yeah, you were mod by fashion. For what it's worth, in your chat, for years, I've been mod by fashion. Alright. What do we want to try next? It's a shame the old fish sausage wasn't doing it. Why is Ham still here then? Because she does moderator things. If it wasn't for her, I would not know who I need to write on the wall of the basement still. Take your VIP back. Alright, Rose, thank you for the gift sub to Floop. I appreciate you. Instant ramen! Oh, dude, you're actually... I think you might be onto something. Hang on, I got it upstairs. Give me a second. Okay. Here's the thing. I think instant ramen is actually going to work well because it's really easy for airflow and the noodles are deep fried, so they're going to be real fatty and easy to burn. That's just my thinking. I also think I can break a piece that'll fit into the pipe. Fits like a glove. Alright, let's see. Let's see if ramen can do it. This will be a pretty good one. This will be a pretty good one if it works. It'll be pretty cool. I'm driving up to you soon. You gotta give me leeway, bro. If you're gonna be in town, hit me up. I'll give you a month advance. All right, sick. The Zin guy is back. Motherfucker, did I not, like, scare you off? Did I not scare you off with the fucking, audit that I ran last time? Fuck out of here. I'm not doing shit with Zins. You fucking high schooler. Alright, let's see if this ramen can burn through the thing. I swear, bro. Oh, shit. Okay, I think I might see one of the problems with the ramen here. It was going great, and then it fucking all blasted out of the end. Oh shit, no it didn't all blast out of the end. Alright, hang on a second. I think I might need to burn it solely to get the ramen out of the tube. Alright, there we go. That should do it. Alright, well, I thought that was gonna go better, but I think it's more the format of the ramen that's a problem and not like the material. Like if you could get like a ramen, maybe like consolidated ramen tube, it would probably work a little bit better. Good news is I think it's clear now. The ramen brick. Wrap the ramen in bacon. Hang on a second. That's kind of a dumb idea, but also kind of a smart idea. Hang on. Maybe. Okay, let's not break it that direction. Or maybe that direction either. You know what? Hang on a second. Are you using pure oxygen? Yes. Out the tube, it's pure oxygen. Cup ramen, oh yeah. Does cup ramen, okay, no, it's not just a brick, right? Doesn't it have the little, like, hole in the middle? Eyebrow raise, winky face? Or am I thinking of something else? The bacon is not only going to hold it together, but it's also going to provide a wonderful source of fuel for this wonderful ramen log. I'm sorry, did you say you like ramen? Sus. Hang on a second. What good ramen sound like? Get the this guy like wrapped all up around it. Yeah, you know what? That's good enough for testing. I think we can get an assessment with that one. Whoa, be liking shoving meat into hole. Dog, why are you messaging like someone who just found the channel off YouTube? It's prolapsing, fuck! Come on! Punch through! Yes! We made it! It made it through! Check that out, dude! Check that shit out! It's so smoky down here, I thought my glasses were fogged. Holy shit. I show up and this shit is working? Why do you act surprised that something I'm doing is working? Woo! Dude, bacon did it! Bacon and ramen fucking took it out. Just need a hog for that ramen. The ramen needed stability, the bacon needed airflow. Together they complemented each other's weaknesses. What a beautiful... what a beautiful collaboration. I could not begin to get my head around how this works. Fire and air. Fuel and air and ignition make fire. Better, faster burning fuel equals hotter fire. More oxygen and air makes fuel that normally wouldn't be fast burning burn faster. Therefore, if you want to be able to cut something with fuel that isn't fast burning, but you want to be able to get it up to temperatures capable of, say, melting steel, which is something you normally need a fast burning fuel for, you pump it full of oxygen, pure oxygen, and it'll get the temp up so that it can burn very, very fast and very, very hot. Basically, you ever blow on a fire? Not like a candle, but like a, established fire, and it gets brighter and hotter? It's that, but like the turbo version. You know, an oxyacetylene torch, which is oxygen, which is what we're pumping through this, and acetylene, which is your fuel. It works the same way as that, except instead of acetylene, it's an oxy-bacon torch. Bacon spaghetti is likely peak. Like, I should have thought of that, actually. Dehydrated bacon, where it's like in hard, crunchy, like, strands, would probably be crazy. A bacon-wrapped taquito or a bacon-wrapped dog? Well, okay, so I can do that, but here's why I think it's not going to be great. The main con of the taquito is not its use as a fuel, because it's very fatty. It's just that it's not fucking, it's not available enough. It's all wrapped into this tight pack tube. Same with the hot dog. The main problem is the fact that there's not enough airflow for the oxygen to get to it and make it burn fast. Put some coffee whitener in the oxygen burn. I love when someone has like seen something on YouTube and they want to tell me to do it because they think it'll be cool, but they don't quite know what it's called. What the fuck is coffee whitener, brother? I'm assuming you mean coffee creamer because you want to see it explode in a big fireball that kills me. Auto-modded? Yeah, that was a well-deserved auto-mod, Floop. You can't be saying that shit here, brother. Your VIP privileges don't extend that far. You still have the Gorilla Biscuits? I like that you spelled it like guerrilla warfare. Hang on, let's get another sheet of steel to be our target. That one had really spread out heat too. That was to its disadvantage. You really want the heat to be more like up close. This is we also have this, which is way thicker. So you see, this isn't sheet steel. This is like double the gauge of the other steel. I'm kind of curious, because taquitos were our best one. Or the Takis. There's a difference. Takis were our best one, and I'm kind of curious if we could get the Takis hot enough to blast through this guy, which would be pretty cool. Cook the bacon fat part in butter until it's crispy. That's a crazy strat. Yeah, the Takis are spicier than the bacon. Well, see, the main problem is that the bacon is not fuego, where the Takis are. I think that's the primary difference here. Alright, let's try this thicker gauge. I'm just curious. It's surprised. We tried the Takis so early, too. Like, I'm surprised that they're legitimately just ending up being the best thing. How thick is that metal? It's like a millimeter thick. So the steel we've been going through is a lot thinner than that. This is going to require a lot more heat to break through. I'm putting 2 layers in. I think they might need the extra fuel. Hopefully that doesn't restrict the airflow too much. Hopefully the Taki airflow is still strong enough. Yeah, so my theory when I picked out Takis, besides the fact that I thought it'd be cool to use them because they're fuego, and that means fire. is that they're soaked in oil because they're deep fried. So they should be really flammable. But what I didn't know is that corn chips are also just really fucking flammable. So it actually ends up being kind of a 2-for-1 deal here. Yeah, the Taki to steel ratio has to be clean. Also, as I said before, I'll reiterate, don't try this at home. I'm wearing full welding equipment, a mask and everything. Even looking at this fucking hurts your eyes. Alright. You can use Fritos as a fire starter if you're lost. I literally didn't know that. That's awesome. Well, that's why these are so good then. Alright, let's go. Didn't quite. Well, wait, did it? No, it's literally orange. It's glowing orange. It's literally fucking glowing orange. But it just couldn't quite punch through. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it got red hot. As I say, I think when you held it up, you could see the red on it there. Ah, shit, man. It was so close. The blue Takis would have cut through because they're the spicier. Yeah. I think those would have made it. Use less O2 at the start. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm adjusting it the whole time. I started low, let it get burned, turn it up a little bit once it catches to get it burning, and then crank it to try to punch. So, you know, there's a little bit of methodology here. But there is a method to the madness, and I'm attempting to do it. This is too much pressure. It was shitting Takis. I think doing a bacon pack would gum up the Takis enough to keep it together. Alright, so wait. You think a bacon Taki combined pack would have the sauce necessary? Tell you what, how about instead of bacon, how about I use this prosciutto? Which is basically just fancy-ass bacon. Does it smell fuego? This whole basement kind of smells like it's on fire. But I don't think it is. I think it's just this. Prosciutto is thinner, and also very greasy and fatty, so it'll provide many things. I've said that many times, Yale. Well, you ain't my fucking manager, are you? Italy will remember this, like in a good way, or like a never forgetty kind of way. Would torching the meat roll boil the water off? None of the meats I'm using are wet with water, is the thing. They're wet with fat, which should work to the advantage here. Alright, you want to try this guy? The prosciutto Taki pack? Will we be sending the plushie into space in the future? Yeah. That'd be pretty awesome if we could. Oh yeah, also for anyone who's here later, I got a plushie coming out. It releases next week. Look at it. Look at it. Isn't it a cute little fella? This lighting makes it look ominous, but trust me, it's a cute little fella. What's the premise here? Pump oxygen onto burning meat. Get giga-burning meat to melt metal. That's the premise. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's see what we can do with this Taki prosciutto pack. I don't know if this alone will do it, but this will give me a good idea of whether or not it's capable of doing so. Please don't put the plushie in a deep fryer. Brother, once they're doing production for these, I'm getting multiple of them so I can do many things to them. Still came out of a damn tube. How do we stop this tragedy from occurring? It's also making delicious snacks. Move the metal closer. Okay, that's a possibility. That's a possibility for sure. Hang on a second, though. Let's see if we can... That's really hot. Prosciutto Italiano. We have foreskin to hold it in place. Uo used to say he would never do a plushie. First of all, I've never seen you in my life, so I don't even think you were around long enough to be like, Uo said this. Second of all, I've been saying I'm gonna try to get a plushie made for the last like year and a half. What are you talking about, bro? Cover part of exit with brick. We're gonna try this real close, so it can't even shove out if it wants to. That's a weird blunt you just rolled. About to hit the prosciutto Taki blunt. I mean, that sounds like something a stoner would dream up. Alright, let's see if this can do it, bros. It's so close, man! Look how fucking orange this is! Look at this, man. That thing, it's so close. It's so close to punching through. It just doesn't quite have it. It just doesn't quite have it because it takes a lot of energy to get the initial punch. Oh, man. It's so close. The oxygen is running low. Metal too close for full flame? No, the metal being close I think was fine here. Spaghettis maybe? Center's even white hot. That's what I'm saying, man. I think on that one we might have had an issue where the airflow maybe wasn't quite as good. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. Nothing on hand to focus it. What do you mean, focus it? What do you mean? Put a cap on the end of the hot pipe with a hole drilled in it. You want me to cap the pipe with the Takis inside? No, I'm not. Well, first of all, I don't have a pipe end that fits this because I used it on the other end. I only bought one. Second of all, I don't really want to do that because the danger of it getting clogged and building back pressure is not very good. Also, you're kind of missing the part where I have to ignite it. If anything, I want it to be pushing more air out because the more oxygen that it pushes out, the faster the fuel burns and the hotter it gets. So you're thinking of this the other way around. You're trying to get me to restrict the Takis flying out, but you would actually restrict the airflow too much. I like this prosciutto wrapped Taki bundle that I have here. This is pretty nice. I've done this. I've doubled up the prosciutto. Okay, hang on. Instead of my usual, what if we bind this to the pipe itself so that it's meant to be prolapsed like this? And it's a feature, not a bug. Guide chicken fins. I have wire. I could wrap, yeah, hang on. If you want stability in that way, actually, I have magnet wire I can wrap around it. Which will melt in the intense heat. But it might keep us contained just enough. It's cheap, too. Be able to revisit this with nuggets and fries. I normally gotta have a really good reason to revisit a stream, but this one is pretty cool. I can definitely see myself doing something with this in a different project, but there would need to be more reason to revisit it than just putting French fries in it. Grated Parmesan cheese powders aren't going to work very well. You want, like, ramen noodles? That was a great suggestion because it allows for a lot of airflow. Takis work well because not only are they corn chip, They're a hollow tube corn chip. Airflow is really important to this thing working right. Like, you gotta understand that it's really essential here. Alright, so this is our guy. Let's see if we can get him this time. We had oxygen. This was the most. This one had such good stability, but it ended up doing worse, I think. You know what I think it is? I think it ran out of Takis. I think it ran out of Takis, and as good as the prosciutto burns, prosciutto does not burn as good as Takis do. You know, we still got oxygen in the tank. It is really low pressure now. We're down, well, it's down to 1,000 PSI, so the tank's getting close to gone here. Yeah, this is a meat nozzle. The meat nozzle worked. It's just that it didn't quite burn like I would like it to. Shout out Laminar Flow. Love his albums. This metal's gotten hot enough that it's warped. It just hasn't punched a hole through it, which is the main thing. We've already, so, in conclusion, Takis are the best. Bacon works. Spaghetti kind of works. It barely works, but it does work. And, what was the other one? Oh, it was this fucking Strahls was the other. I was gonna say, hang on, what was the other working one? Oh, yeah, that doesn't really count. That's not really a food. Ramen failed? Ramen did fail. It needed the bacon to make it work. The ramen, the way it started, makes me think that it probably could have worked if it didn't blast out so fast. Oh, my prosciutto shell. Burnt prosciutto. Yeah. How about Oreos? I don't have Oreos. I don't even know what you're thinking would be like the method to shove them in here. Fried noodles would work better. I got some news for you, bro. Ramen noodles are fried. The problem is that the problem's mostly the form that they crumble and fly out before they can burn properly. I'm not putting batteries in it, you fucks. Hang on. You know what? Someone said Gorilla Biscuit, horse food. All right. You know what? You know what? Let's see how the old Gorilla Biscuit fares. It like barely fits. Wow, it's like way in there. I actually fucked it up a little bit. It's too far in the slot. Well, you guys saw me shove it in, so you know there's a Gorilla Biscuit in there. Let me, here, let me put a thin strip of metal. We'll go back to the less intensive one. Because this is just the doesn't get hot enough to melt steel index. And honestly, the Gorilla Biscuit I have my doubts about, so let's just see if it can work on the normal metal. Don't say Gorilla Biscuit sounding. Fucking first time chatter with that. We're about to see a projectile. No, it's not like... it's not, it's not that well sealed in there. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, we'll turn this guy down. I don't know how well this one's gonna burn. These don't have a lot of fat in them. Alright. Oh! Okay. Okay, it burned out too fast, but it did try. It tried to punch. It didn't really do that well. It didn't do too great, but it tried. Uh-huh. Another one, but with a hole in the middle. Tell you what, how about we do a horse one instead? Yeah. I got all these horse treats. How about the horse beet treats, which are gonna be sugary. And I remember these are like a muffin, kind of. They're like a shitty muffin. These tasted horrible. These are one of the worst tasting ones. But maybe not to a horse. Holy shit. I was gonna say, oh, just put a hole in it. But actually, no, it's really hard. Oh my gosh. Here, hang on. How about we shove this fucking horse turd thing into the end like that? Drill a hole. I can't be bothered for all that. Let's just see how well it works before I start attempting to, like, change its form dramatically. Put a grate at the end of the pipe if you stream this again. Okay, so, I don't know if you noticed, but that wire that wasn't even in the way of the flame completely melted. And I don't know if you notice either that we're blasting it at steel, which is also melting. What is this grate made out of? Fucking vibranium? Like, the grate's gonna melt, dude. Also, Spooky McSpookerton, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate you. Alright, let's go. Okay. Is it gonna punch through? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I feel like if it had hung in just a... Oh, no, it's actually fully, like, carbonized. It's about gone. Ah, shit. I feel like if that had stuck in just a little longer, it might have had enough punch. Not quite as good. Ew, that smells horrid. Oh, that one's, like, one of the worst smelling ones, dude. Again, horse turd one sucks. Oi. We got Dookie. Drill a hole in one, put a Taki in the hole. What does that prove? Genuine question. What does that do for me here? Oh, great. Now I know that if I make this fucking convolute... Like, I want to keep it simple. Does this thing work? Yes. I don't want to have to be like, contraption comprised of glizzy, taki, ramen, prosciutto, bacon works when it's configured in a certain way. It's too much. It's too much variables. Let's keep things simple. Keep things simple. Wrapping the prosciutto around the Takis to keep them in form is as complicated as I want to go. Do you have any of the Brit slop left over? I did that stream like 6 months ago, so unfortunately, no. I don't have any left over now. Spiral noodles? This is art. Exactly. The hot dog didn't work, unfortunately. It is a shame, because I was really hoping it would work. A straight up potato? That doesn't have like a lot of, like, have you ever tried to burn a potato? What you gotta consider in this is how hard is it to burn the thing that you're trying to put in the thing, in the lance, right? Alright. Hang on, there's one more I want to try. Now I want you guys to tell me, is sandalwood gonna poison me? Incense. And I think that it'd be pretty cool to slap this in here. I think it's sandalwood. No more than the SIGs did. That's not encouraging, because those sucked. Ooh, this smells good. My house is gonna smell delicious after this. Alright, hang on. I need to snip these in half. I need to cut these into like thirds so I can have enough to pack in there without it being like a shitload of incense sticks cumulative, you know? So I'll turn this on so I can see. I think it hurts you guys. You guys seem to be able to see just fine with that light out. I, on the other hand, do not have auto light adjustments on my eyeballs, so I cannot. My hands are gonna be covered in this powder afterward. Hang on a second. I'm curious what this is gonna do. Is it gonna smell it's really strong, presumably? Is it gonna actually, like, work? Probably won't produce as much smoke as it could be producing, just due to the fact that it's burning. Because it produces smoke when you blow it out, right? I remember when I did the incense stream, I thought, I was like, oh, haha, it's a funny variation on 500 cigarettes. 500 cigarettes, you know, I was kind of fine with that. 500 incense ain't shit. And then I started lighting them and I was like, damn, this is giving me like a massive fucking headache for some reason. Alright. Let's get this guy in. We're about to incense blast this. Let's see if we can burn through this sheet steel with the power of incense. Has he done cigarettes? Of course I've fucking done cigarettes. That's like one of the most... That's like the one that people are gonna ask me for the most. Alright. No, 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 no. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop. Go out, go out, go out. Whoa! That is strong. Ow! Fuck! They didn't quite get a hole in it, but it got close. Whoa! Zooey mama. Get the embers on the floor, we're not gonna start a fire. Oh! Holy cannoli. It smells like the art teacher house in here. Alright, hang on. Oh! Smell that zin. Get that fucking zin on you. Tell them to put a zin on. Anything to get rid of the smell of fish sausage? Yeah, Zin, not Z-Y-N. Wrong Zin. Where's Mr. Zindicator that always comes in here and tells me to do shit with Zins? I'm not listening to his ass because it's stupid. But it is funny that he does that. But it is kind of amusing that he comes in and asks for that. Waste of a Zin? I think it would be... I would not be using real Zins for anything that I'm doing on stream unless the nicotine is an important part of it. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now, and it would be like the stoners in the comments of the 500 Doinks video debating whether or not I use real weed. Aye. Let's see here. We're like about out of oxygen. It's down to the dregs of the bottle. We used the whole damn thing on this. Use mugwort to open your fourth eye. Mugwort made me taste nothing but mugwort for like way too long when I tried it last. Oh my gosh. Do they make caffeine pouches? Yeah, I got some from Temu. I got ones from Temu during the subathon and tried one. Has a lot of O2. Yeah, I think a lot of it ends up wasted in this process. Unfortunately, this isn't very optimized. This ain't an oxyacetylene setup, that's for damn sure. Would a boiled egg have any traction? Nope, I'm pretty sure not at all. Nothing that's like an egg in texture and form has done well at all. Namely the sausages, the hot dogs, etc. Gaseous oxygen needs a ton of flow. Yeah. Caffeine pouches do not sound fun. Yeah, it was like, oh, I'd rather be drinking like an energy drink or a coffee or a tea or anything. Literally anything but this nasty pouch. If I recall, it tasted strongly of mint. Maybe if you're like into Zins, then it's cool. But like... you know. Crushed potato chips. It shotgun them out like a salty blast. That shit would not go well, is all I'm saying. I'm reading through. What was the suggested YouTube was doing? Got time to cook some caramel to hard crack? I'm not doing that. How about peanut butter? I think I answered that one earlier. The end cap with the drilled hole, that was also said in Twitch chat. You're the Beekman's world of our time. Thank you, Sio. Just your average night in Ohio? You bet your ass it is. Lifesavers, I like the idea there. The idea being that there's a hole in the middle, so they'll flow through. Here's the thing, though, is that if it burns and becomes no longer wedged in the tube, it's gonna launch out. You really need some long, skinny, hollow things. That's the ideal. The Takis were perfect. Corn chip that loves to burn, long, hollow, lots of airflow. I underestimated what we had. I thought when we ran Takis so early and they blasted through, I was like, shit, man, everything's gonna work. And then we ran a bunch of other ones that didn't work, and I realized that we just happened to find the best one first. Spaghetti already did that. It didn't work that well. It did put a hole through it, but it took a lot of... It took a lot of energy to do it. When Beekman showed up on Captain Disillusion's YouTube, I lost my damn mind. Rigatoni? I don't have rigatoni! Tortillas rolled up? You want me to just put bread in it? I tried the breadsticks initially. That was like the first thing I tried. It didn't do terribly great, honestly. Beef jerky? I mean, I did beef sticks and they didn't do great. I think for beef jerky, it would have to be a really fatty jerky is the thing. Have you tried bread? I tried breadsticks, like the first thing I tried. Put a whole tube of Lifesaver shoved down the pipe with a hole punched for the hole. I like the idea, but I think it would just melt and launch out like a big sickly turd. Orange peels or rat plush? Okay. The ideas have become dog shit. I think that it's... I think that we've done all we need to do here. I think we've completed our purpose in life here. You guys, you have no fucking clue. Also, what this basement looks like right now. It's fucking. Look at the haze, man. Get this shit over here. Okay. It's so smoky in here. I think we've done great wallpaper. I love that image. It's awesome, right? Mr. Streamer, try Sigs and Zin in this. Oh wait, that's Kashova trying to make YouTube look bad again. Excellent work. Maybe I need a third monitor. I actually have a fourth monitor. It's facing the other direction. It faces the desk, so I can throw stuff up on there. Shove butter in. It's not gonna work, man. It's gonna melt and just spatter at and blast out the end. I think we're good. I think we're good. It's been a while since anyone came up with a good idea, so I'm assuming we're kind of out of them. I kind of want to do something with this in the future, though. This is pretty cool. I'm gonna go get more oxygen. More oxygen, maybe more CO2 as well, because we're pretty low on that. Can't think of anything. That's what I'm saying, man. See, people are saying shit like vape juice. What the fuck you mean, man? I'm gonna dump it in there and it's gonna spray it out the end the minute that I turn the airflow on? What about the hardtack? I ate the rest of the hardtack. I didn't make a meal after yesterday's stream. I ate a fucking brick of hardtack and a slice of Wardenburger. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, dude. Yar, there be treasure. People at the local Praxair must think you're insane. It's an air gas, actually, and they always ask me what I'm using the air for every time I buy it. Out of curiosity. The only thing that they had to ask that for, I think, was CO2, ironically. I don't have Hostess snack cakes. I'm not a snacker. I don't have a lot of snacks outside the ones I bought for this. I want a pipe size adapter. That's a future idea type thing. I'm not going to drive to the closed Home Depot and get one. All right, let's see someone to raid. What are we going on here? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Why is Hina playing Borderlands 4? Hang on. She's playing Borderlands 4 with Chromu, Eros, and Ecto. I'm putting, you want to over-under whether or not someone's PC is not going to be able to run the game? Let's raid her. Thanks for the hot meat stream. Anytime, Don's Jingda. Hang on, wait. You were the one that was saying horny shit before, and I was like, why are you doing that? And then you were like, nah, bro, it's not like that. I'm just enthusiastic. What's an elite use of CO2? I don't know, man, but they also have a sign-up that says when getting... Dude, did you see the fly? They had a sign-up that said when getting CO2, we need your name, phone number, and address. And it's the only gas. It's the only gas there that they had that specification for. So I don't know what they're doing with it, man. I don't even need to have to buy hydrogen. And that's a lot more dangerous, I would think. Meat stream lagoon. It's an unfilterable deadly gas. I think it's more that people casually buy it and then do dumb shit with it. I think that might be the main, like, problem with it, you know? Anyway, thank you guys so much for showing up. I will see you guys Thursday, where I believe, unless the plans change, I'm going to build a bed of nails and then try to lay on it, which I've never done before. So that should be fun. I will see you guys then at 6 p.m. EST or 7 p.m. if you're YouTube and you want to skip the intro. Have fun at Hina's. I'll see you around. Goodbye. All right, YouTube. I'm still fucking with you guys. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Let me switch over to the live chat. Thanks for the show. Thank you, bro. Desk is smoking. Oh, fuck. There's an ember on it. I need to get it. It's probably left a burn mark. Damn it. Flex's Spot gave me this desk for a sponsored segment of a YouTube video. And I have done nothing but, unfortunately, I've tried to not beat it up, but it literally keeps getting more and more beat up as time goes on. It's actually, like, pretty bad. Anyway, I'll see you guys around. You didn't read my insult? You didn't read my insult. Where? Oh, wait. Was that the chat that was like, I hope you step on a Lego. Ha. Sorry, I shouldn't be mean like that. Sorry that I missed it. Also, I appreciate your support, Optima. I really do. Is an early super chat? I think I read, like, the end of it or something. I don't know. My apologies, though. Someone got perceived. Yeah, I'm perceiving the normal YouTube chat now. I normally don't read it. I'll be real. One of the main reasons is that when I'm over there, I'm on the tablet, and I can't load YouTube and Twitch because it lags the thing. So, but I can look across and see when a super chat comes in because it's a bright color. Anyway. Also, it just helps to keep everyone. If you want to chat, you can go consolidate into the Twitch. And if you don't, or you want to chat among yourselves, then you can chat over here. This is like a secret chat that I don't get to see very much of. Gotta make a device that's just both chats? I could get that, yeah. I could for sure get that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for showing up. I will see you guys on Thursday. Yeah, I will. I'll multi-stream that one too. The more casual streams I probably won't multi-stream, but I'll multi-stream Bed of Nails. So I'll see you guys around. And I'll catch you then. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.